Welcome back to Houston Life. Whether you are having guests over or you just need an excuse to get creative in the kitchen, St. Patrick's Day is the perfect time to bring the luck and fun of the Irish into your home.
Yes, indeed. Here with easy and delicious recipes that kids and adults will love is local mom Lauren Sotomayor. Katie's own cheese, Chica.
Thank you.
It's such a good nickname.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. We're big fans of your mom. We love her. And your daughter, Eden, just turned 6 years old.
Yes.
Many of our viewers may have followed you on Instagram. You love to cook with your daughter.
Oh yeah, it's so fun to bring kids into the kitchen with you. Not only are you giving them something to do, so there's like a project out of the way for the day, but you're accomplishing something and teaching them a life skill, which is kind of really awesome.
It's perfect. Well, and you are part Irish, right?
Yes, my mom is very Irish. So.
And Brandon and I also have the Irish DNA. Okay, well, what are we making today? Because it looks like you have something for the adults over here. We'll get to that, but we're gonna start in the kids section.
Yes, I thought something really fun and easy cupcake. I just used store-bought cupcake mix, added a bunch of green food coloring, give them that cute green Irish color.
Oh.
And then you can just bring your kids into the kitchen to decorate them. So we have this little pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. This is actually just some buttercream frosting, and you just use it like a whipped cream can, upside down, however you want. I made a couple little clouds, and you guys can each do however you'd like. And then I have the little rainbow fruit stripes. Those are cute. And then of course, Rolos are great for that pot of gold.
Go for it, Brandon. And I didn't realize that frosting, you could get frosting like this in a can.
It's the way of the future.
Wow. It's the way of the future. So you could make it at home if you wanted to, but that gets a little messy, right? So
yeah, and when I'm working with kids in the kitchen, I like to do what's quick, what's easy, keep them engaged, keep their attention span, and just make it fun. How cute is that?
So cute.
Okay, you're hired.
that is adorable. So a little pot of gold. And tell us, again, with the cupcakes, you add green food coloring to what, a vanilla or yellow cake?
white cake?
So I do a white
cake mix.
Yes. And I did the whole eggs to give it a little bit more of the green, and I added about 15 drops of food coloring in there.
That is so easy and adorable.
Easy and adorable.
And tasty, too.
Just like Brandon. Okay, the easy and adorable part. Sorry, that's a terrible joke. Okay, moving on. This, so chips and chives and sour cream. What do you have going on here? Because I can see your little crock-pot mini back there.
These are Irish nachos. So take everything you think about nachos, and we're gonna make Irish nachos. So instead of tortilla chips, we're using some real Irish potato chips. So these actually are imported from Ireland. You can get them at World Market, or just use any kettle chips of your choice.
Oh, wow.
So a thick cut potato chip.
Yum.
And then I made this delicious cheese sauce using Kerrygold Dubliner cheddar cheese.
Love Kerrygold.
It's so good.
So good.
And it actually melts really creamy for being an aged cheddar. So it's a super simple recipe. It's just you make a roux, add some milk to it, cook it down, add your Kerrygold, boom, done.
So easy, and so we just ladle it all over?
To your heart's content.
And these are, is it a sour cream and onion cheese?
Yes,
Or
well,
chip?
they call it sour cream and shamrock.
Oh.
But it is sour cream and onion.
Sour cream and shamrock. Okay, very funny. And we can see the ingredients there on your screen if you want to make this recipe at home.
It literally took me 10 minutes to make the sauce. Ladle it on, again, something else you could do as a family. You can top it with bacon, sour cream chives. If you're making corned beef for St. Patrick's Day, shred some up, throw that on here as well.
Oh.
Get after it. That sauce is delicious, slightly addictive.
Holy moly.
So the sour cream is in addition to the cheese.
In addition to the cheese and sour cream chip. Also.
Oh my gosh, I'm laughing because Brandon never says holy moly unless he really loves something.
That is
So you
really
like
good.
it.
I love it. Sour cream and onion chips were my favorite growing up.
And another quick tip, I had leftover of this sauce when I made it last week, and I actually mixed it with some just cooked elbow macaroni and made like an Irish mac and cheese. It took 2 minutes or 10 minutes, however long to cook the elbows. That's it.
This is awesome,
That is really
Lauren.
good.
This is a
I
slam
love the
dunk.
double dipping. That means you like it.
All are you're the cheese chica. After all, we will have that recipe online, by the way. Okay, the Irish float.
Yes.
What's it, a leprechaun float?
A leprechaun float, an Irish float, a Guinness float. I stay away from calling it just a Guinness float because it's not just Guinness and ice cream like you think of with a typical float. We're taking some Jameson, adding vanilla, adding simple syrup. So Brandon's gonna throw in a double shot of JMO. Then we have, so we're making 2 with this recipe, is 2 shots of Jameson, 2 big splashes of vanilla extract, and a whole shot of simple syrup. That helps take the bite out of that Jameson. You're gonna shake that up, and Derek, if you wanna throw a scoop of ice cream into each of y'all's cups.
Okay, so the ice cream goes in first.
Yes.
And these floats that we had at the top of today's show, they're still in good shape. I mean, this is a show-stoppingly good cocktail that won't melt as quickly as you might think. Okay, so that mixture goes right on top of it.
Look at that perfect pour. And then we just top it with some Guinness. So if you like a lot of
Yum.
Guinness, Guinness really has a lot of good coffee Java flavors to it, and that vanilla extract and vanilla ice cream bring that out a ton. This is a delicious, fun, any time of day kind of recipe. Everybody will enjoy, you know, over 21 and up.
Wait, did you say any time of day recipe?
I mean, yeah, because it's like coffee, so that's breakfast.
Yeah, I mean,
Just like breakfast, totally.
I hope you guys enjoy it.
Hey, so we mentioned your Irish heritage.
Yes.
That was the first international location. The first trip Brandon and I ever took together was Ireland.
Best
You
trip.
and your husband have been married 8 years,
Yeah.
and you go almost every single year.
Yeah, we have been except for when COVID shut everything down. I mean, honestly, it's our favorite place to go. We went for our baby moon when I was 7.5 months pregnant with Eden, which it's a little hard to go to Ireland when you don't want to be drinking anything, but it was so fun. We got to see parts of the countryside and really enjoy the food. That's why I want to do like a fun, something with the Irish cheddar, a fun drink that's not just green beer, to let you know that like Irish culture and St. Patrick's Day is so much more than just, you know, blitzing in the street.
totally.
true.
And they say you've never truly seen the color green until you've been to Ireland.
Oh my gosh. And the people are the
so nice.
nicest people you'll ever meet.
Let's talk about your cheese boards, because
Okay.
the Cheese Chica, this business, I swear you and Brandon were switched at birth or separated, because he loves a good cheese board, and you can help people out.
I love cheese, charcuterie, grazing tables, charcuterie classes. I'm actually teaching a public charcuterie class this upcoming 25th and 26th of this month at the Katie Home and Garden Show. So we're going to be doing a little half mixology lesson and a half little brunch charcuterie. So how to incorporate brunch charcuterie and the changes that you make to take it from your normal evening cheese board into a daytime cheese board.
We
Sign
love that.
me up.
Sign Brandon up, and me too. It's a work of art. We always love seeing you. Lauren,
Yes, thanks. It was so great
AKA
to meet
the
you.
Cheese Chica. And by the way, if you do want to try any of these treats, you can find the recipes on our website, HoustonLife.tv. Cheers. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.